Recruiter suggested to me that money isn't that important. Got a message from a recruiter yesterday asking if I would be interested in a job vacancy they had. I told him that the wages they were offering are over £5,000 a year less than I get now, and I wasn't interested in taking a wage cut with the whole cost of living thing going on. He asked me if I really considered wages to be that important and pointed out that the job he was offering works 4-day weeks. I told him to keep me on file if anything else comes up. I had a recruiter with Uber once tell me that they're more interested in hiring people that are interested in complex challenges instead of money when I asked what the salary was. Recruiters tend to just be an arm of HR that isn't there for you. So take it with a grain of salt. I'm sorry, but my salary minimum is still XXX regardless of 4-day workweek. The decreased workweek is to support a better work-life balance, not decrease my salary. And frankly, the whole reason the working class is even a thing is because we are being paid to be. So yes, money is a huge factor in my work life. Ask him to make up the difference from his own money, then ask him the same question when he inevitably says WTF. Since wages aren't that important, why is he trying so hard to recruit you? Maybe he can cover the £5,000 shortfall since it's not important to him. Money is important, but a 4-day workweek would be nice. I consider the ability to keep a roof over my head of critical importance when deciding on whether a potential role might be a good fit for me. If they think that money isn't that important, then they shouldn't have any trouble giving you more. One thing I've found really terrible is that as I've made more money, I currently earn $200,000. My manager is far more willing to understand I'm not working there for the culture and the mission. I regularly communicate to my manager that I'm here for myself. And if my job no longer aligns with my self-interests, I'm leaving. X200B. It's a hugely offensive sham that employers and recruiters will only raise that BS with the people they pay the least even within the same company. Paying rent is so bourgeois. If money isn't important, then the job isn't important to me. I was asked a few years ago in the third interview for my salary expectations. I had communicated in the first interview my expectations and told that was easily within their range, and I was already highballing myself. When I was asked again in the third interview, I repeated them and said I'm glad that's within your range as discussed previously. They told me the range was actually lower. So I reported that I was disappointed but firm in my expectations. The recruiter straight up told me money isn't everything. I laughed in her face. One of the benefits they were offering was potential to grow in a fast-paced environment. Why don't you suggest that he reduce his cut, which will probably amount to $5,000? Since he does not consider that money is that important. Should have said, fuck you, pay me. Next, he was going to tell you that this company was a great big family. If money isn't that important, why doesn't the recruiter offer to slash his fee so they can offer you more? Guess they don't have bills to pay, lol. If your CEO had to take a pay cut, would he think money was not important enough to take the cut so the workers of the business could not live paycheck to paycheck? If you already make enough money, then money isn't that important. All the managers with pizza parties are forgetting that first part. My standard answer is if the money isn't that important, they can also give me $1,000 more a month. The problem is that money is always the single most important reason they only don't want to give it to you but hold it for themselves. Money is 100 not important to him. It's the only thing most of us care about in T-job. We are many doing this for charity work. God, recruiters are fucking stupid, lol. Ask him if he would quit his recruiting job for a lower paying fast food job where he would only have to work 3 days a week. The recruiter is just trying to get you to accept a job so he gets paid. Is he willing to give you his commission? I didn't know being a sucker could keep a roof over my head and keep my belly full. Oh good. If money is not important to them, then I want 10x more pay. Money is not important for those who, in a way or another, has it. Tell him that in that case, the recruiter won't mind to cover the extra $15K a year from his own money, and put that in a contract. Question: why do you work? Answer: because I want to drive 2 hours. I want to spend time away from family. Listening people scream to me and have headaches. I don't get why that even works on some people. Money is literally the only reason I work. Make my workplace a little more annoying, I'll still turn up. Hire worse coworkers, I'll still turn up. Expect more work from me, I'll still turn up. Give me worse customers and worse tools and make me commute longer. I'll still turn up. For a time. It'll eventually get to me and make it more likely I'll leave. But stop paying me and I stop turning up immediately. You get to work 1 fewer day a week. But because of the pay cut, you won't have the money to enjoy the extra day off. Ask the recruiter if he knew of any landlords that accept office culture or company spirit in place of usual currency when paying rent. Should ask them if you could have their commission for the job placement then. If it's not that important, surely they could give you more. If money isn't that important, feel free to pay me a lot of it. Tell him if money isn't that important that you'll consider doing an interview if he donates 2 weeks' pay to a charity of his own choosing. After all, money isn't that important. Or is it? That recruiter is a fucking idiot. A clueless twat. Must be nice not to worry about the cost of living. He considers his commission to be important. Money isn't important to those that have plenty of it. Ask him if he'd work for free. He won't. Guess you can't deal with someone who only cares about money. I would have told him to lose my number since he obviously doesn't understand human motives. Recruiters are usually trash. They'll say whatever it takes to get you to apply an interview. Read through these subs and you'll see plenty of stores where recruits outright lied about work conditions, responsibilities, compensation, etc. The audacity to contact someone else with a job opportunity and then gaslight them when they counter. Absolutely preposterous. Him money isn't that important. You fantastic. I'll take $300,000 a year. Tell them that if money isn't important to them, then they should be willing to pay you as much as you want. Because you haven't reached the same level of enlightenment that they have. Recruiters act like wages they are offering are far market with inflation. It's like your cost of doing business hasn't suffered due to you increasing your prices. Why would my salary be magically less? Well, he could always give his commission to you to make up the difference. Let's see how important money is then. Tell him to take a $5K cut in pay. The fuck is he working for if it isn't for the money? From what I've seen, those 4-day weeks jobs make you work more than 8 hours a day, so bot really a good deal. I asked my landlord if money isn't that important. The tax man too. Ask him to send you his salary, so he can prove his love of the game. Let me guess, this moron has an MBA. So the recruiter was placing you for free then?